I'm here hiking in the Ozark National Forest today. And I'm out here looking for the Holt Homestead. The only information I have on the homestead is a dot on a map that says Holt Homestead. You know, I got the map from the National Park Service. People that I got it from didn't know anything about a homestead. You know, they just know that the name of this road is Holt Road. So Holt Homestead has to be out here somewhere, right? That was a little scary a second ago. I was walking through the woods and I heard a gunshot, obviously a .22. So I just yelled out, you know, hiker in the woods. I heard the guy yell back, so I went ahead and kept on walking. I eventually saw him up the hill. He was shooting at squirrels or crows or something. But yeah, that was interesting. I'm hiking through, and as I reach this little, at an intersection actually, on this old road I'm hiking down, there's a toilet seat here, just in case. I've already done the deed for the day, so I think I'll be alright. There's a fire pit with a little bench. Not bad. Not a bad little spot. Very important to watch where you're putting your feet at all times, because I almost just stepped on this little guy. Can't even really see him. I'm standing 3 feet from him. Anyway, here he is right there. It's non-venomous. I'm gonna go around you, bud. You can just stay put. Okay. See you later. Well, I was hiking along the trail and I just found a pond. I haven't made it all the way down to it yet. It's cool. It's not very big. You could throw a rock across it easily. Turtle just jumped in over there. And I bet you there's a few fish in it. That's really cool. I will have to bring a fishing pole next time I come here. I think I found it. That pond is just right back there. There's a really nice bluff line up there. And it kind of looks like, I first thought it was a cave, but now it might be some sort of root cellar built into the bluff. I'll have to go check it out. Okay. I haven't seen any more than this right now. I see a chimney up there. I don't know what that blue thing is. Maybe a door. It's leaned up against it. I don't know. Here we are. We're a few miles down this road. Somebody's got himself some firewood stacked. A galvanized bucket. Nice fire pit with some trash. Check out the foundation for this thing. They just stacked those rocks as best they could. And they started building the house on top of it. This is definitely a dwelling. I don't know if it's been remodeled in the last 100 years or not. But it has carpet on the inside. A little bit of trash, propane bottle. There's a spider on my face, excuse me. Right there's a little grill hanging in the tree. The blue thing was a door, by the way, some sort of fabric. It's been screwed to the door. dirt dauber's nest there. Maybe this is used as a deer camp now or something. I don't know who would want to sleep in here. See that old carpet? Oh look, some bottles of water. Maybe somebody does use this in a broom. I don't know if there's any gas in that or not. Alright, I got my headlamp on. I got my battle stick in hand. I'm ready to go. I don't really know what I'm worried about. Snakes, I guess. It's all tarped off. I wonder why. It's the kitchen area. There's actually a bunch of rat shit in here. I don't know if this floor will fall in or what. And a couple bottles of water if somebody was really desperate. Well, they got rat poison in here, so they're aware of the problem and trying to take care of it. No smokes. Little house spider there. What is that? That looks like legs to a cot. There. Somebody had a cot in here. See, the kitchen's in here, but we can't get anything. Toilet paper. Bunch of rat poop in there. It's not a fire. That's not a chimney. That's not a chimney in there. That's a, yeah, it looks like it's a pooper. Maybe that's why it's all tarped off. Now I just got to check it out. Let's see here. Okay. Oh, it's just a shelf. It goes up. Once upon a time, it was probably a chimney. That tree is coming up right through the floor there. They turned it into a table. A shelf there. Looks like they've tried to windproof it as best they can. Hornet spray. I haven't seen any of those yet. That window is held open by that string right there. That's cool. You could lock it if you wanted to. Bird's nest in here. Some toilet paper if you needed to poop. But I brought my own. Okay, well that's that. The road keeps going, so I'm going to keep hiking up the road and see maybe there's another dwelling here. Who knows? This might not even be the homestead. This might be a hunting cabin. You know, it looks newer than what I expected a homestead to look like. So we'll see. I'd like to walk up here and see if this is just a big overhang. Might be able to see it from down here. What is that up there? Is that a big overhang? Is that man-made? Is it a cave? Is it a root cellar? What is that? Turns out it's just a little overhang. But it was worth coming to find out. Okay, so here's what I found. Here's the dwelling in the woods, obviously right behind me. But I think right in front of me is the homestead, or at least the foundation for it. Because this is typically what you would expect to see the building material be made of rocks and stones, you know. Sure, some wood. Anyway, let me just show you what I found here. So, see how these rocks are? They're piled in such a way. I think that might have been a corner of the foundation, or a corner of the dwelling. There's actually a few more out that way and a few more out that way. So maybe this was part of it in later years, or maybe it's somebody's hunting cabin. Yeah, but I would think that this pile of stones in front of me is probably the old Holt Homestead. Up the trail a little ways, the map says is the upper Holt Field and the lower Holt Field. And then the road supposedly ends. So we're gonna walk up there, find out, and see what we see. Not the weirdest thing I've ever seen in the woods. Okay. What looks to be like a little foundation to something. This one isn't as grown up, but see how the rocks, I'm standing right where you need to be looking. Hold on. Okay, see how the rocks go out and then they turn. I believe that was something. Once upon a time. It's right here at this little crossroads in the trail too. Probably take a look at the map, see if I can't determine where that little road goes there. But yeah, it's cool. Okay, that's it. I walked Holt Road all the way to the end. Literally standing in the woods now. I mean, I've been in the woods the whole time, but here's what the end of Holt Road looks like. Woods. No more trail. This is the somewhat trail I've been following up to this point. And it's ended. Well, it's a beautiful sunny day. Weather's been great, but I'm starting to hear thunder off in the distance. I sure hope it doesn't rain on me. I'm more than 6 miles from my truck. Well, a little water never hurt anyone, I guess. Weather report says 40% chance of rain right now. It's like 40% chance for like the next 2 hours, and it goes down to 30%. Back up to 70% by 10 o'clock tonight. So, I may or may not get any rain right now. Well, after a little bit of bushwhacking, I made my way to the BHT. It's a pretty popular trail in this area. I've hiked it several times. I'm about 1.5 miles from the trailhead right here. If I would have stayed on Holt Road up there, I got about another 4-mile hike out. So this is better. Doesn't put me closer to my truck, but it gets me out of the woods before the rain comes. And there's a really cool swimming hole that I'd really like to check out. Whew. Well, I was wrong. I am just now to mile marker 13 on the BHT, which is a 15-mile trail, almost 15 miles. So I've been hiking for probably about 30 minutes on the trail now since I left the road. That's about 1 mile for me, maybe. So 3 miles. So after it's all said and done, it'll probably be about the same. You hear that thunder? It'll probably be about the same distance-wise, but that's okay. It's a fun adventure, and that's what it's all about, right? Check this little guy out. I ran into his web while he was in the middle of a meal. He said he wasn't stopping. I just saw a deer right down there. I'm gonna keep dropping my trekking poles. Blackburn Creek is directly in front of me right now. It doesn't look like there's much water in it, but there's at least enough to get something to drink. But doesn't look like there'll be any swimming today. That down there is usually full of water. We'll get down there and take a closer look. Well, we've made it down to the creek. It's usually got a lot more water in it. Looks like there's a little bit of water down there. But we're just gonna fill up and probably get back on the trail. See a little brim under the water there, a couple of them. I don't know if you can see that or not. There's one. Look how green that is down there. I've made it back to the trailhead, though, as I was saying a while ago, I'm still about 3 miles from my truck.